Yeah, we are live now. We are live now. Please, if you're online, if you are here now, just let me know. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Global PM Community Final Product Idea for 2025. Today is a good day, and I'm super excited. I'm super excited. Yeah, so we are waiting for all our guests to come join us. Yeah, we're waiting for our guests to join us. Should I be playing music? Oh, we have one of our guest judges here now. We have one of our guest judges here now. Okay, yeah, I've seen it. Let me share the live link. I can hear myself. I can hear myself. Okay, I've seen it. I've seen it. I've seen it. Let me share it with everyone. Today is a good day. We have Miss Adenike here now. Mrs. Adenike, the tech mom, but she doesn't want me to call her tech mom. All right. So we are waiting for other guest judges to join us. Right. It's an exciting day and we are looking forward to all that this day is going to bring. Please, if you've joined, you can just start introducing yourself from the comment section. Your name, where you are joining us from. Yeah, I can hear you, Adenike, until I add you to stage. Hi, Mercy. Good evening. Tell us where you are joining us from. Ibadan. Yeah. Hi, Mercy. It's good to have you here this evening. How was your day? Hope you're enjoying your weekend. Please, if you've joined us, if you are just joining us, you can introduce yourself in the comment section. Good evening and welcome to the Global PM Community Final Product Idea Presentation for the year 2025. It's actually been a good ride. We've had a lot of presentations in house, but this time around, today was a lot. It's weekend. Now, what do you expect? Mine was crazy actually, but yeah, thank God we are here. Sorry about that, Mercy. I hope you are home now and you are settled. Yeah. If you are joining us, please introduce yourself in the comment section. Let's get to know those that are joining us. Let's get to know them. So in by 7:30 on the dot, we are going to go live. We are going to start. Okay, you are almost home. All right. All right. All right. Please join. We are live already. We are live already. All right. Once is 7:30, we are going to start. It's actually been an awesome year. Um, a lot of behind the scene, preparing ourselves, growing ourselves, going to resources just to help us grow, right? And yeah, we are having our final product idea presentation today so that we can finally draw the curtain for the year. Let's go and reset, recoup for 2026. Yeah, so if you are joining us, welcome. This is the Global PM Community. We are streaming live. It's a private community for alumni where we ensure that all our alumni are getting everything needed for their growth after their individual programs, right? And through the year, we took them through journeys of book reading, idea validations, a whole lot, just to ensure that they are not just there, but they are growing as well, right? Took them through how they can position themselves on social media, took them through how they can monetize their skill, how they can grow, took them through a whole lot of sessions, right? This is what we do, and we are looking forward to a better 2026 with all that we've planned. With all that we've planned. So once it's 7:30, we have 1 minute to go. Once it's 7:30, I'm going to bring our judge who is here live. I'm going to bring her live so that we can start. Yeah, so that we can start without wasting much time. Yeah, so if you are just joining us, if you are just coming on stage, please tell us your name, where you are streaming from, and how your day went. Right? Tell us how your day went. I can only see Messi on the chat session, on the comment section. Please, if you are online, if you are streaming, tell us your name, where you are joining from, and how your day went. Yeah. Yes. Tell us your name, where you are joining us from, and how your day went. So we are going to have the first group that will be presenting join us backstage now. We are going to bring them on stage. We are going to bring them on stage so that they will be able to share their screen and present. Yeah. So that they'll be able to share their screen and present. Once again, if you are joining us, how are you? How was your weekend? Hope it has been a good ride. This is the Global PM community. It's a close community for our alumni, right? It's a close community for our alumni where we ensure that they don't just finish training with us and they are sent out into the market, right, with our guides. So we ensure that we keep them close where we guide them. We grow together as a community, right? We try to lay hands on real life scenarios, share resources, book reading on products. The last book we read is The Lean Startup, right? And it was really a good one, right? Then pick out product ideas, see how to validate them, right? Then how viable are the ideas, right? So today we are going to be having our final product idea presentation, right? And the first group, we have two groups that will be presenting today. We have two groups that will be presenting today. We have two groups that will be presenting today. We have two groups that will be presenting today. So we are going to bring them backstage. The presenters will join us backstage, and so that they can share their screen. Yeah, so that they can share their screen. So that they can share their screen. So yeah, we're waiting for them to join. We have one of our guest judge here now, right? We are expecting others to join us soon so that we can kick off, right? So that we can kick off. Product management has been a sweet journey. It has been a good ride. Yeah. If you are an aspiring product manager looking to get trained and become a product manager someday, um, you are on a good line, actually, right? Just follow your passion. The good thing about product management is that any transferable skills you have can be transferred into the field. If you're a customer success, if you're a banker, if you're an accountant, if you're a lawyer, just bring all your experience. If you're a housewife, a full-time housewife, right? Because managing your family is like managing a product, right? So they are all transferable skills that you can transfer into product management, right? So it's a beautiful journey, right? It's a beautiful journey. It's a beautiful journey. So know you are on the right track, right? While we are waiting for our presenters to set up and join us backstage, right? If you have any question concerning product management or you are just joining us, please tell us your name, where you are joining us from. Feel free to, yeah, we have our second judge here, Miss Calista. Yeah, we have her here now. We have her here now. So we are waiting for our last judge, our third judge to join us backstage, right? So once you join, we are going to start. We are going to start. We are going to start. Hi, Mine. How are you doing? How am I doing? How am I doing? How is the day going? Hope you're enjoying your weekend. Hope you're enjoying your weekend. Hope you're enjoying your weekend. Yeah. So we are waiting for group one to join us backstage. We're waiting for group one. Oh yeah, nice. So we are waiting for group one to join us backstage. Once they join us, yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome, So once they join us, the presentation will start. The presentation will start. Yeah. So we have top talent in the industry joining us today as judges, right? We have our first judge on backstage now. They are already waiting for others to join. Yeah, yeah. So we have a second judge joining soon. Again, if you are just joining us, kindly tell us where you are joining us from, your name. Yeah, tell us where you are joining us from, your name, so we can start. So that we can start. So we have top talents in the industry joining us today. I can't see you. So we have a third guest judge on backstage. I think she's having difficulty joining. Yeah, so I'm just looking for how to unblock her. Yeah, yeah. So once she join, we'll bring her live. We'll bring her on stage. So yeah, we have top talents from the industry joining us today as judges. If you are just joining us, please feel free to drop your name in the chat session where you are joining us from, what you do. If you're a product manager, if you're an aspiring product manager, please let us know. Let us know. Let us know. Let us know. We have Kalista Ohama that will be joining us today. Right. So we have our third guest George joined us now, Miss Tracy, one of my coaches back then when I was transitioning. So you can see that we have top talents coming to judge us this day. Right. So yeah, we have our first presenter on stage now. So I'm going to bring her up stage. Bring our judges up stage as well. So yeah, Mercy, welcome. Welcome on stage. Miss Tracy, welcome. Calista, welcome. Our VP of Products. Calista journey is a testimony, actually. We have Adenike. I call her Tech Mom, but she doesn't want me to call her Tech Mom. She's a technical product manager, and she's somebody I admire so much in the industry. Right. We have Miss Tracy here with us. Right. She's a product manager and facilitator. at Zanotech Solutions. She's someone I love so much. She's my sister. Yeah, she's been an inspiration in this product management journey. So we'll have Mercy now. Mercy will be our first presenter. Mercy is going to be our first presenter. So Mercy, you share your screen so we can get right in immediately. So once Messi is done presenting, we'll have our judges. They will have turn sharing their input on how viable Messi idea is. If it's something that is worth developing, right? Then talking about the data they gathered, how um, important or how viable those data are, right? So once Messi is done presenting, then we'll have our judges give their inputs on her idea. So Messi, feel free to share your screen and you have the floor. You have the floor, yeah.
All right, thank you very much. Please, can you confirm that you can hear me?
Oh yeah, we can hear you clearly. We
All
can
right,
hear
thank you
you.
very much. Good evening, everyone. I'm actually super excited to be on this call because yes, there are people, there are judges here that have followed, maybe not quietly on LinkedIn, but I've followed, and I'm so excited that I get to present something I worked with my group members, and have people like Adenike, the tech mom, judge that product. So pardon me if I'm very excited and I'm talking so much. Thank you so much. So I'm going to share my screen now. Um, so we had a simple task. Okay, share screen. Just give me a minute, please. Can you confirm that you can see my screen now?
Not yet. Not yet.
Not yet.
Hmm.
Okay, but it's showing share here. It's presenting. Present. Okay, I'm going to try to reshare.
Okay. 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 Yeah.
Okay, I think it's coming up now.
Yeah, we can see your screen now. So just yeah, now it's on presenter
It's,
mode here.
it's okay. Thank you very much. So we had a simple and difficult task. Yes, I call it both simple and difficult task because getting primary data source proved a little technical. So we had a task to conduct a research to uncover challenges, pain points, and opportunities amongst product managers. And like would be expected of us, our first point of call was to come up with Google Forms, survey questions. We wanted to conduct a user research to understand the pain points, the needs, and the potential opportunities amongst product managers so that we can come up with a solution based off the information we'll be gathering from them, and come up with a product that will be scalable. Unfortunately, we did not have so many respondents fill the form, and so we could not make a decision based on just five people dropping a comment. So we thought to do something more, and something more that we thought to do was to conduct secondary get information from secondary data source, if I can say that. So what we did was we went on a long journey. I'm going to quickly share the industry report. Sorry, please, can you confirm that you can see my document?
Yeah, we can see it.
Okay, thank you very much. So what we did was to um, go to the next available option, which was to conduct an industry secondary data source, get information from the industry, and from that come up with the challenges and pain points product managers have faced. And thankfully, we were able to get information from sources like Product School, from Pragmatic Institute, from AHA, from Pendo. So this um, information or data source really, the way we sourced the information was to look at what they have reported over the years about the pain points and the issues that product managers have faced. And thankfully, they also conducted surveys across the globe before they came up with these problems, these six critical problems product managers have faced over the years. We took reports from 2016, we took reports from 2023, we took reports from 2024. In our documents, the links to the reports have been attached, so you can verify that the information and the problems that we've been able to identify did not just come from thin air. And then we realized that there were six major problems. Some of these problems were across the reports, and there were some that were just kind of specific to a region. So number one, or one of the problems, it was not in any order actually. One of the problems and challenges that product managers have claimed to face over the years, number one on that list was misalignment with stakeholders. Stakeholders saying something, product managers thinking another thing, and then by the time they're supposed to deliver on a product, it is we are experiencing a scenario of what you ordered versus what you got. So it was one of the issues that product managers claim to have faced over time. And one of the reasons this issue was common was because many times product managers, stakeholders, management would pass their information to product managers. Product managers will take that information, take it to the engineering team, and then when the engineering team is done, they take it back to the stakeholders or the management. And it is by the time they are doing a demo or they are reviewing sessions, they see that there's a misalignment. So that was one problem we realized or we were able to identify. Another thing that was a major issue or a major complaint amongst product managers is that they said they had poor access to customer insights. Now, this is even common in a country like Nigeria. Most product managers, we rely on data analysts, we rely on business analysts to give us customer insights. So we are not getting like direct, immediate information to what our customers are feeling, how they what they think about the product. And then another issue that we were able to come up with was inefficient documentation and workflow. This was a report. It was also part of Pendo's report. Product School also identified that many people or many product managers, because yes, we are speaking to product managers, they spend a lot of time trying to update documents, trying to maintain documents, and then some of those documents are also even scattered across tools. Sometimes you are documenting on Google Docs, another time you are documenting on Notion, another time is on Confluence. So that's at some point influence the efficiency of product managers, and we realize that we are spending too much time doing administrative work rather than managing the products that we are being employed to manage. Another issue, this was from AHA product manager benchmark survey, was that there are too many tools. We are doing a stand up on Google Workspace, and then we are having another meeting on Zoom. We are doing a communication on Jira. You know, there are just too many tools, and having those many of those tools to work with sometimes also hamper effectiveness and efficiency of the product manager. Another issue we realized was it was also difficult. This is also very similar to difficulty in the customer insight. So another issue was how to effectively track product performance, and finally burnout from operational overload. So quickly we mapped from the various sources, from the various problems that we were able to identify, we're able to just put them in we're able to map them into these six major problems. We saw that they complained of problems of fragmented tools, stakeholder alignment, documentation issues, weak access to insights, slow decision making, as well as overloaded workflows, which ultimately eventually leads to the product manager burning out. So we decided which of these issues that we have identified, which of them should we work um, on, which of them should we now prioritize in coming up with a solution. So we use the Moscow prioritization technique to come up with how we're going to justify the features we're going to be implementing in our proposed solution. And that was how we came up with this. We said documentation inefficiency across all the reports that we reviewed, it was major. So we realized that if we are going to come up with a solution, documents must be involved, something that solves that problem of inefficiency around documentation, having to use multiple tools. We need to solve it. And that's why it's a must have in the products that we are going to be proposing. Tool fragmentation. Now, people have complained that there are too many tools that they are using. We don't want to create another tool that will just solve one problem. We probably want to put all these issues that they have identified in a place where it solves everything for them. So we also concluded that tool fragmentation is a feature that we want to see a way to resolve. Then stakeholder misalignment. Yes, we think it is a critical part of product delivery because at the end of the day, documentation inefficiency, tool fragmentation, solving these problems would not make too much of sense if stakeholder misalignment is still a major blocker for a product for our product managers. So we said yes, a tool that will um, take into cognizance how to manage stakeholders, how to avoid misalignment is something that we want to do. And so, yes, it is also part of our feature rather in our proposed solution. Then lack of customer insight. We think it's a good one. We think it's a should have. Why? We already have things that we already have products that speak to it. Yeah, there's actually someone responsible, another department entirely, data analysis that speaks to this. But why not? If we can, why not? So we think and believe that it's something that we can have in our MVP in the current product that we want to build. And we also thought about how to incorporate something that would prevent product manager burnout. Now, the essence of making it a cool have is because there's really no feature, there's really no design that we're going to design, there's really nothing that we're going to design to directly address PM burnout. But we believe that if we can solve these first four issues, we would have reduced drastically PM burnout. And so our final features, the final features that we'll be prioritizing for this product is documentation inefficiency, how to manage tool fragmentation, as well as how to get customer insights and manage stakeholder on time. So that's about our industry report. So I'll be moving on to our presentation now, and that was what gave birth, if I can use that word, gave birth to our product Clear. Now, so KLYR is pronounced clear and is from the word clarity to signify that we want to build something that would take a product manager from having a chaotic schedule to having a clearer schedule to having a clearer life, if we can use that word. And our tagline being the operating system for product management is because most times when product managers are building, we build admin for operation, we build back office for operations. But for product managers, there's really nothing. We really do not have that back office. So Clear is supposed to be like the back office for product managers that when you log in the morning, you resume for your morning duty. Everything you want to do on a daily basis is on that back office. You don't need to go from Google to Notion to Jira. Everything and anything you want to do is on on Clear. So so this is just back to what I just spoke about from our industry report, that it's 7% of product managers, they use multiple tools on a daily basis. They're always, juggling from one tool to the other. They spend Product managers often spend so many time doing administrative tasks, stifling innovations. Product fail, and this is very correct. Many products fail because there's poor communication. If management is still getting information when product is almost done, and then you have to go back to the drawing board. Now, how do we resolve this? Was how Clear was born. So Clear is the operating system, is the back office for product managers, and it has the goal to centralize everything management, from documentation to prioritizing features to seeing real-time metrics from users to better and enhanced communication amongst others. Please pardon me. Amongst others. So that is why we are actually building Clear. We want product managers to stop going on LinkedIn to say, "Oh, I had a stressful day. I jumped from one meeting to another. Oh, I thought management was talking about something, whereas they were saying something else." Here on this platform, everybody have. When I mean everybody, I'm talking about the product manager, even stakeholders, they have access to real time information. So they don't need to wait until the engineering is done, or the engineers are done, or designs are done before they can, put or give real time excuse me, real time feedback. Clear is a unified system that eliminates, or that seeks to eliminate, fragmented product workflow. So you might be asking, um, how does Clear works? Won't you be having too many things on um, on the application? Wouldn't it look chaotic? Just picture what a typical back office for operators. Just imagine what it looks like. That is what Clear is going to look like. We are going to have different modules that speak to product roadmap, modules that speak to prioritization, where you can just puncture or put in information from the insights that you will get on the same application from your customers' interaction with your product, or with your product. You can just put it in and it will give you a prioritization of features that you should, be prioritizing next. You don't need to do any calculation. It's going to be artificial intelligence integrated. So it's going to be doing almost literally everything for you. It makes your life super, super easy. So you would have access to your metrics dashboard, management as you are working on the document. It's a live document. In fact, you don't need to spend so much time trying to brainstorm, because of the integration with AI. Is going to give you a reflection or a replica of whatever document you want. So you don't need to sit down and think, oh, so how should this one look like? There's a way we are going to integrate AI into the system, such that you give it what you want, it gives it to you in no time. And then stakeholders can tag, you can tag stakeholders, they can just, follow through what you are doing in real time. And for the product, we are not just building something that we are not going to be um, it's not going to be paid. It's going to be, we are going to have a free model, but that free model just has some features to encourage people. And the purpose of that freemium is to encourage people to see what is available for them on the application. But we are now going to have other tiers of payment, where with 1,500 you can have access to certain features on the application as an individual. For as a team, you would also have some other access, and as an organization, you would also have some sort of access. So what we are trying to build is not just something that is for the moment. We want it to be something that would outlive us. as a person. And for the roadmap,
I meant
um,
say you can try to be wrapping up now. Yeah.
yes, yes, I'm trying to wrap up now. So for the roadmap, we came up with a 4 months product roadmap. So in November is when we are laying the foundation, we are carrying out all our research. And that was what we did in November. December was when we plan to start building, start testing as we build, do beta test with some of the users that filled our form to see if we're on the right track. And then in January, we'll continue with the same, and we are hopeful that by February we'll be able to unveil a solid product. Now, the future of product management starts with you, it starts with me. Our mission is to make sure that product managers do much more than administrative duties. We want them to be able to focus their energy on innovation, on strategy, on how to move the product forward. And we intend to do this by unifying most of the responsibilities of or the tasks of a product manager, just simplify it and unify it in such a way that they can have they can have time to do better things. So this is from group two, from Team Claire, and I hope we've been able to convince you and not to confuse you that Claire is the product for the future. Thank you.
All right. Okay. You've been able to convince us. All right. So thank you so much for that presentation, Mercy. I'm going to bring Calista on stage now so that she'll give her first inputs on how viable she thinks your product is, right? And if it's worth building, right? Yeah. So yes, Miss Calista, let's have you. So after Calista, we have Miss Tracy, then we have Miss Adenike.
Okay, hi, good evening, everyone. So first
Good
off, I want
evening.
to apologize for joining late. It's not my style. That's never happened before. I was caught up in the middle of something, weekend, family run around. Then I lost track of time. So I'm so sorry to the team for joining. So moving over to the product, right? I was just smiling here and there, here and there. That's why I had to leave and put on my camera because I needed you to see my reaction, right? What you have just presented is a problem, right? Now, when I say this, I'm speaking from a place of experience. Like presently in my company, right? We are so large. We are so large, and we have 5 different business units in one company. And moving as the VP from one business to another, outside the business unit, and moving from one department to that, I just sat down one evening last month. I was like, what's this stress? No, I can't do this. I had to call my engineers. I needed to build a product for me. Guess what that product was? Product operating system. So that's why when I saw the name of your product, I smiled immediately. I was like, I need you guys to build a product for me. Call it product operating system for this company. Let all the product managers, designers go there, log everything they're supposed to do, their roadmap, everything they need to do. I just want to go to that dashboard and see what is happening. People are stressing me. And that product is almost ready. So coming to see that you are presenting the same thing just made me smile because this is a problem. Most times it will now make the product manager turn maybe begin to look like a virtual assistant because you're just trying to gather information, you're trying to align with stakeholders, and it is crazy. So, but when you have something like this, all the company does is whatever meeting or sign off they've had from any document to stakeholders, they log it in, then start building. We all know that these things are tentative to changes, right? But at least it makes the work easier and faster and more organized. And I'm telling you, since I started something like that's reduced the stress for me and all that. So if it is worth building. But then again, you want to look at the audience you are giving it to, because there are companies that maybe they're small or maybe they're really startup. They will not even understand the importance of what you have just built. It's until that person is wearing that shoes and it's seeing that the work is all over the place, and everything, people are just passing verbal informations or email threads that you're struggling to gather. So if it is worth building, it is worth building. But I want to ask, when you set your prices at, I think I see 1,500, are you going to, because the product you built obviously is a B2B, so you're not going to give it to product managers to use individually. They want to use it on behalf of their company. Correct me if I'm wrong, please, Messi.
Well, we thought to make it available for multiple users. So we have the B2B and the B2C. So we have single user where a product manager that is not working for any organization, that is probably on a contract, that is working maybe a contractual, or maybe is what do they call this,
Freelance.
consulting. Yes, exactly, consulting, so they can have the opportunity to also use it on a monthly basis, and then once they are done with their projects, they can close their account, and once they need it, they can, reactivate by paying or a subscription for monthly use. But we also have the one for the teams and organization enterprises. That's the B2B part of the payments. Now let me stop there.
Okay, all right, thank you. I think that is clear because I was wondering your target audience. That's where I would have my question would have come from. Whom are you targeting this? Because this will be basically for like companies. As an employee, a product manager, I'm not so certain that any organization will allow you use these things on your own without having it as an organizational structure, right? So that's where my question would have come. But thanks for that clarity. So the documentation, the product, everything looks amazing. I don't have further questions. Thank you.
All right. All right. Thank you so much, Miss Calista, for that insight. So we have Miss Tracy now to share her input on Mercy's presentation. Miss Tracy, you have the floor.
All right. Good evening, everybody. Sorry for joining
Good
late.
evening.
Also lost track of time. Beautiful presentation. But I didn't get the parts where you talked about the product in the aspect of if it's web-based or it is an app. I know you mentioned something about because we use lots of um, apps. So can you please run me through how do you expect to communicate this product? How do product managers and stakeholders on board on this product?
Okay, thank you very much. Let me just quickly present. I didn't get to, I think I am still on presenting mode. We actually intend to build it as a website. So the same way you can access Jira on you can access Jira on your phone. There's a web version, but the web version has a lot of components and it's more user friendly. So we don't want to go the route of building a mobile application and then a website. We're going to be starting with a website, um, and then we know people can also access web portals from their phone. They just need to put it on desktop screen. So we actually intend to set it up as a website. Excuse me. And this is like, excuse me. So this is like the onboarding process is not looking really great now because it was quickly done. But yes, there's the option to sign up, there's the option to sign in, log in. And then before you have access to the website itself, there's like a brief description of the things that you would be enjoying by using the application. You have access to documentation, roadmap, prioritization, metrics, collaborate with stakeholders, automation of meetings, extracting action points, and then get started in 3 steps: sign up, connect, so start managing. Then the benefits, the value proposition of the product itself. You will be seeing all this before you're even in the system. So you already know what you're signing up for. And then the payments plan is also very transparent. 1.5 for solo PMs, 5,000 per month for teams, 15,000 for organizations, as well as the things that they would enjoy. And then we also
Okay.
included some comments.
Okay. So what makes your product different from that of Jira and ClickUp? Because Jira and ClickUp, they also offer the same thing that your product is offering. So what's your unique special selling point? What's your catch? Why should I leave ClickUp to come use your product?
Okay, so for Jira and ClickUp, the most for Jira, let me use Jira as an example. For Jira, there's no call feature on Jira.
What do you mean by
So
no
you are
call
not
future?
like setting up calls and meetings on Jira.
Okay, you can't set up calls and
Yes, you
meetings
can't
on
set up
Jira.
calls and meetings on Jira. So that's like the number one thing that sets us apart. Here, we're going to be integrating all those applications where most organizations do their calls. Some use Zoom, some use Google, some use what's the name of this, Zoho. So yes, we intend to integrate with this platform so that your call is happening on this platform. So not just the call, we are recording the action points from those calls, so you don't need to leave the application to do anything. You're in the application, you're doing everything. Another thing that makes this product different a little bit from Jira, there's no prioritization. Um, Jira does not help you prioritize your product. There's no feature there that you can take all insights from your customers, and it will give you how to prioritize or what to be pushing out as a product. So that's another thing that we are doing that Jira is currently not doing. A third
Okay.
one would be okay.
What's the third one?
Okay, the third one would be the customer insights. There's no customer insights on Jira, but with this application, we would be integrating your product itself, the back end of your product, such that you can track insights and not need to wait for the data managers or the business analyst to give you some quick information or quick insights that you need as a product manager to influence some of your decisions.
Okay. So now that you said you've been integrating products into this, what did you say was your product roadmap for shipping your MVP?
4 months.
4 months. And with 4 months, you'll be able to ship all these features, including integrating products and getting customer insight.
Realistically, it
Mm-hmm.
would require a large team to pull that off. Realistically, I
Okay.
doubt that with a lean team is possible. I doubt it.
Okay. All right. That's good so far. I just have a particular question around when you said prioritization, that your system helps product manager prioritize what features to build. How does that work? Looking very well that your stakeholders will have a different opinion when it comes to prioritization of what features to build
Okay.
next. How does your system work? How does it prioritize for the product manager?
Okay. So just like we have the various features or the various module on the website, there's also a prioritization module that would be infusing the various prioritization mechanics, the Kano method, the Rice method, Moscow method, they would be on the system itself. And the prioritization of the features is not going to happen on its own. It is still the product manager that would impute the list of features on the application, and then it will do the prioritization on its own using AI. And then stakeholders also have access, they are seeing it in real time. So whatever decisions or whatever input they can, um, as it is coming up with the features that it thinks we should be prioritized, management can see it, and they can see it with data, because all this information is, everything is on it. So everything is clear. It doesn't mean that since the application has said these are the features you should prioritize, then you must, of a necessity, prioritize those features. It is still left to the human components of the product to now decide that this thing has given us information based on this insight. Do we want to follow it, or do we want to proceed with our external decision? But the intent is to pull information, pull data from the whole system and come up with something solid for the product.
Okay. All right. Lastly, my last question would be, how many product managers did you speak with to get your feedback and assumptions so far? What was your data like?
Okay, so here when I started with the call, I said our primary source of information, our data source, the survey we sent out, did not give us enough data that we could work on or work with. So what we had to do was rely solely on secondary source of information, and we got the information from um, blogs like Pendo, from Product School, from their annual reports. So we got for 2023, 2024, and we got one from 2016. I think that was product. No, that was. Let me quickly check. There was one that we got from 2016.
Okay. So I wanted to end here, but just to chip something in. I can see currently you're pricing your products in Naira, which means that your current target markets are product managers in Nigeria. It would be actually advisable that even if your survey didn't get you what you want, you should have gone the extra mile to talk to product managers, especially different communities that have product managers. You'd have spoken to them. Like I remember when I was in my own, I had to reach out to lots of people personally. Okay, because now you have depend you looked at Pendo, update, product cool and all that. Yes, why that is necessary is since we're starting from the Nigerian market has its own peculiar market to itself. Okay, but that's fine. Well done so far. I'll hand over to Miss Blessing right now. Over to you, ma'am. Thank you. Well done.
Thank you so much, Miss Tracy. Thank you for all the insights. I believe Mercy is jotting them down. So I think we just lost Miss Adenike now. Yeah, she's been here. We're supposed to have her now. Yeah, so well done for that presentation, Mercy. That was a good one. So while we expect Miss Adenike to join back, I don't know if you have any question for the judges. If you have any question for them, so that they can answer you. We still have Kalista here and Miss Tracy. Do you have any
Yes,
question for the judges?
yes, I do.
Okay.
Thank you very much. So, I've not built a product yet that involves integration with maybe organizations like maybe something like Google or a product like Jira. I don't know. Have you worked on any projects or products that involves integration with international organizations like that? What is it like? Is it different from the conversations you would have? Say, for instance, you want to integrate a product like Flutterwave or Paystack. Is it different or they are similar? Is the requirements, quote and unquote, with the international community, is it different from local sources? And then number two, now we have priced it at 1,500, 5,000 naira, 15,000 naira. When we want to integrate with these international organizations, are they going to charge us? If yes, who is going to pay for it? I'm just trying to, those are just some of the things that have been playing through my head. I would like your help with that. Thank you.
Should I take that or someone take someone can take that?
Yes, yes. I think you can go, Miss Kalisa.
Okay, so Mercy, back to the conversation about you guys building in 4 months, right? With the way building products are right now, you can ship this MVP in 3 months, right? So gone are the days we take the whole year to build and you're researching. AI makes a lot of things easier if you guys are actually looking to build, right? So the engineers can leverage cloud and the likes to fasten the process, and then all they have to do is clean up, and in 3 months it will be out. So talking about integrating with other products, it depends on what you want. So you are charging the price of 1,500, which to me, that's not a price. It's business wise, you can't sustain the business. So, and look at it, your product majorly will serve B2B. B2C, you will just barely get 30% out of your customers. So, your product will majorly serve B2B because it's organizations that actually have this issue, not individual product managers. So, looking at it, when you maybe want to charge B2B and all that, you should look at competitors' price, other product businesses that charge business to business. Now, integrating with something like Paystack, actually, you need to have an account with Paystack, and it's heavily funded. You will create an account with them, whether it's Flutter, whether it's Paystack, and the likes. And if you want to have other processes, maybe like other providers, these are just APIs. You're meeting these people for partnerships. So if you want to pass your payment through Paystack or Flutterwave or the likes, which ideally that's what you should do because you do not have the license to retain payment in your system, right? So those things come pricey, right? Even their list partnership price, they actually come pricey. So it depends on what you are looking at. If you actually want to build this, there are free services. For instance, I can tell you that hosting a back end on Render or DigitalOcean or AWS is almost $850, I think monthly. That even depends on the tier you're buying. But when you want to use a product like Vercel or the free version of Render, you get at least a year plus for free, hosting it, building the businesses before you even start considering payment. So there are many free API providers before you jump into the ocean. You can leverage. They are all over the place. These developers know them. You can do your research. So when you want to look at payments, the APIs you need, just always look for the cheaper options or maybe the free ones are given for the meantime if you actually want to develop these products, right? So that's just what I would say. And when you talk about integrating with applications like Google, I'm wondering again what you want to use Google to do, because if you want to use Google to verify like your sign up processes, actually there are free APIs you can find around to do those first stages. Right. I hope that answers your question.
Okay, thank you so much, Calista. Mercy, does that answer you? Miss Tracy, do you have
Yes,
any
yes,
contribution to that?
yes.
Okay, we are going to have Mrs. Adenike now to give her input on Mercy's presentation before we have team two present their idea. Yeah, so team two is already backstage. And to all our viewers, if you have any question, feel free to drop it in the comment section. We'll give answers to your questions at the end of the presentation. Miss Adenike, over to you.
Okay, thank you. I think it's my network that locked me out. If you can hear me, if you stop hearing me at any point, please let me know.
All right, thank
Um,
you.
I think I want to give a shout out to uh, the product managers who have spoken before, the other judges, um, uh, my VP of products, and Tracy. I think, yeah.
Yeah, Miss
So
Tracy.
a lot. Well done, you guys. I think I wanted to. I'll just leave you with some things to go ponder about. And by the way, please, you can call me Tech Mom at any time. I even prefer being called Tech Mom actually. So just a few things that you can, just ponder about. Honey, sorry guys, I have a toddler in this house and everybody has to know. Get down. Thank you. Okay. Yeah. So just a few things to ponder about. I think the first thing is I want you, so there are a lot of tools already, like you said, based on your research. product managers like have a lot of tools already that we're working with, and now you are adding another tool. So you're looking to, now give us a tool to now say, oh, you can manage all of these other things, right, using this particular tool. And that would, like, there are two, um uh there I think I can see different groups of target audience. So remember that these tools most times that we use are from the organizations. Like personally, I'm not a big fan of Microsoft Teams, but my current workplace now at Remita, like they're big on Teams. That's the only place we talk, right? So some of these tools really stem from the organization. So I want you to think of something that will ease the flow and the transition, right? Like the ecosystem, think of it like an ecosystem. Something like, oh, you can just bring to Remita to say, I have this product that will, help your product managers, right, in their so and so, right? So you want to think of the ease of transitioning, the ease of out of all of their remember there are other documentations. They are like years and years. For instance, my organization now, years and years they've been documenting things. So you really want to, think of how, we can't say they are letting go of those other documents that they already have for this new product manager, or of course whoever is going to be using it. So that's what I mean when I say you want to think of how, you will even ease the flow of adoption, and then you can tell them, oh, you've thought about this and thought about that, and this is how your product actually, helps them. And I think secondly would be, I want you to think of, so I hear like there is the documentation problem, and one thing I was looking for is how does it generally help my career trajectory. So I want you to think of the long term goal. Now, really, from what you mentioned, the goal is to help PMs focus on PM work. So, what I see that the product wants to do is to help PMs do their administrative work. Maybe that was just the way I got it. It could be like a different thing that you actually meant. So I want you to now look at how this product will actually help me as a product manager achieve my long-term, goal, which will include, trust me, documentation is a big deal, but it's, product management generally goes beyond documentation. There's just a lot outside of documentation. Trust me, there's so much to be done. So I want to now see that, oh, using this clear documentation would actually help meeting. So using this clear
I think that should be her network again. Yeah, that should be her network. So we just lost her. We just lost her. So I think while we give her time to join back, we'll quickly have the next presenter to just go on. I'm
Okay,
trying to.
sorry, before we go,
Okay.
I just
Okay.
confess what Adenike was trying to say, tech mom, right? So that Messi understand the context she's coming with. And I understand why anyone would think that way, because I could relate very fast because I have this problem and I'm already building a product like that for my company, just an internal. So when you go present this thing to Messi, this is for when you go present this product outside, you're not selling the problem, you are selling the solution. what makes their life easier. So that's your tone of presentation. I can see that we have so many documentation, so many processes, and we are just trying to unify them. And then you want to explain that this product does not just do documentation, it gives insights on what the company has agreed on when it comes to that particular product. What did we agree with the stakeholders? What are we trashing? The timeline, the roadmap, the documents to it, the execution. It's just called a product operating system. So many big organizations these days have it, right? So if you want to explain how it makes their products scale faster and become better. Because of course, organizations will tell you they use Slack, they use Confluence. What's the one you use in our organization? ClickUp and all that. But at the end of the day, a product manager has bunch of documents on Google Doc. A product manager has bunch of roadmap on Miro, user flow and everything. But if we have these things as a module, you're meant to have it like a module, this for roadmap, user flow, use cases, the changes, the change log, like what has happened from the V1. When we launched these products in year one, how did users react? We want to see the change log, the reaction of the product from of the users about the product. What I say, so that if one person is leaving the organization, I cannot say I'm leaving my organization today as a VP, and then a new VP or maybe a new director of product comes, and the person is all over the place talking to one product manager, one after. Just go there. You will see where we started, what we built, what has changed. You don't need nobody. And I introduced it to my company because when I came, it gave me tough time jumping from one place, putting these things together, and saying, no, I don't work like this. So I believe that's what she was trying to explain to you. You need actually tell the story. You understand? So that let them know that this is not just for documentation, it's to help the business streamline everything about the product, the success, the failure, the stages, so that any new person that is coming or an investor, they can easily, okay, this is what we've done so far. This is what happened. This was where changes started. Did we pivot from the initial ideas? Everything is just written there, black and white. So when you go to say, or maybe you want to talk to people or you want to push this further, just come from the aspect of you are not selling the problem, you are selling the solution. I hope that helps.
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
Thank
Thank you
you.
very much.
Thank you so much, Kalisa. So, before we have Dumvik, which is our second presenter, our second and final presenter, I have one question for the judges concerning Mercy's presentation. Do you think that idea, right, from your years of experience, do you think Mercy's idea is worth building, looking at the tools we have today in the market? Right, looking at the existing tools, do you think it is worth building? Is it viable enough? Right, if yes, right, what direction do you think they can take? What's your suggested direction you think they can take to make it a well-rounded tool for the industry? Miss Tracy, Kalisa, who wants to answer us? Yeah.
Tracy, are you going?
Miss Tracy, we can have you.
Okay, so looking at your product and what we currently have in say Nigerian industry, um, it has potentials. Yes, the product actually has potentials. Okay, well, which means the potential, which means that you have to focus really on the problem that is affecting us because, like I said, everybody wants to know what makes you stand out. So make sure your unique selling point stands out the most, and then don't um, build and wait before you ship. So build fast and ship fast and start getting your feedbacks from the user. That's the best way because saying, oh, let's build and then wait, you know how building can be. Some people are waiting for perfect product before they ship. but just build the minimum that it is used. And I think there's a possibility, as long as you are able to sell that the product has um, solving our problem for us product managers. So we're willing to try it out. So for me, yeah, it has some. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much for that input. I believe Messi is taking down. Kalista, do you have anything to contribute to that?
Okay, yeah. I don't want to speak from a place of bias, right? Because I can relate totally with Mercy's products firsthand, right? I actually built one for my company, and what I want to say is this: you have secondary data which shows promise, shows a good trajectory. Products Pendo, pragmatic, and they have given you something. And I'm telling you the truth, that's the major issue with most product managers in so many companies. I've spoken to a lot, hung out, you hear these things. It's actually an issue, but what they do is that they use this product, use this product, use it. So what you want to do first off is those data you have, go deeper in your research. Product school, what's the solution have they offered? Is there anything presently in the pipeline? Because I was only able to understand that okay, I need to build a product operating system for my company because I have someone in Oracle, I have someone in Google, I have someone in Yellow Card. It's like, babe, how far? I support those people. This thing is making me mad. Like, and just, ideas were just flying up and down. Then I sat down, I used my AI. Okay, these are the ideas I have, put it together for me, and that was how I came up with engineers build this for me. I need the products of this company to be organized. So what you want to do is to go deeper in that your research. Number one. Then number two, I don't think you should be wasting your time designing them. Just use Lovable. Build this thing in 1 week. Use Lovable. Come up with this product. And even if you're using the free plan, utilize the 5 credits you have daily, right? Prompt Lovable properly, write a clear PROD, having each of the module you want to achieve from the roadmap, the change log, what has changed, the PROD, the documents, everything. Prompt Lovable very, very well. Send it to your parent and tell it to build that product. Every day, use your 5 credits. Before the end of 1 week, you must have built an MVP for this product. You know what you want to do? Put it out that our company should see free products. Don't even come with money, anything. Just put it out that these are a free tool for PMs and all that. Gather your feedback from there, and then you will know the next direction to move. From there, you will know if what you are building is actually needed or not. Because if 30% of product industry needs that product, that does not quantify it to be a good variable to judge, right? So just from the feedback you get, you know what you're doing. If that works, then you go into full blown action of actually building that product and then tweak it from there. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Kalista. Thank you so much, Miss Tracy. So our second presenter is having issues with network, right? He just log off so that he can join back in. Right. So before we have him, I think I'll have one final question in terms of adoption, right? Because I remember Miss Tracy saying that ship fast, get users to use it fast so that they can give you feedback, then build with the feedback. Because if you want to wait for everything to be complete before going live, it's going to like cost you a lot, right? So what advice can you give Messi when it comes to adoption? Because looking at that idea, right, even the judges confirmed it that it's mainly like enterprise sake, like B2B, right? You going to meet organization, pitching your product to them, getting them to use it, right? We know sometimes product manager know these things, right? But especially in startups where maybe we don't have marketing guys and you have to be the one to wear their shoes as well, right? What are the processes or what advice can you give to Mercy when it comes to getting people to adopt her products? Yeah. Miss Calista, Miss Tracy, any one of you can go actually. Thank you.
So basically, when it comes to getting people to adopt your products, right? Whether you're a startup or not, as a product manager. In fact, any day my chief growth officer is not giving me feedback or what happened, maybe I missed the growth, he might get so angry because why? If this product fails, they will forget your chief growth officer. They will come back to me that, oh, it's like this product are not performing well, users are dropping off. I want to have insights. Let's see the whole issue, what is happening. So as a product manager, you should have that sense of this thing has to succeed. Though you don't know, you don't care what happens, this thing has to succeed. So for this particular product, if you want people to adopt it, you test the waters, just like we've all said. When you test the waters and you get reasonable feedback, you see that it's actually helping people solve that problem. What you want to do is what you built with that lovable, you get a developer to move those codes to GitHub, actually refine those products and make it a product that is scalable. How do you want to push it to the market? I've said it before. Present solution. There's a problem, right? So you are going to say a problem, not after the problem. What's the solution? What's the conviction? Now, there are so many ways to market products like this because these are the kind of product that you don't sit behind your laptop to market. I must tell you the truth. When it comes to B2B, it does not really work behind your laptop. You need to storm the field. As much as you're doing everything you're doing digitally, you need to talk to business owners, to founders, to I don't know if you're going to use newsletter, if you're going to actually say, okay, can we have an appointment with you guys to introduce you what we have on Sunday? Yeah, last Sunday, a week tomorrow, I was on my way to a Christmas party. I got this message from LinkedIn. From this person, we've been mutuals. I need to show you this product. This I didn't even mind. I was like, okay, let's do it. She sent me a meeting link. I was going to a party. Like before I knew that was I said we walked through the product. It was a very amazing product. She shares him. She immediately sold to me because I told her I'll sign up. As you understand, she immediately sold to me because these are for like PMs that want to mentor people and all that. The product was so amazing that there are a lot of things you can use instead of maybe having WhatsApp or community and all that. So I was like, so why no one thought of this idea all this while? She sold to me in 10 minutes and I finished that meeting in 20 minutes before I got to where I was going. So I already signed up. I was like, okay, if I have any feedback, she was like, okay, I trust your judgment. Just use this product very, very well. If there are anything you find out where we can improve, feel free to inbox me. That's how you sell business to business because if she was just posting it on maybe just LinkedIn or TikTok, I must have probably scrolled past it without even noticing, right? So when it comes to B2B, you have to go to the field, though. You have to go and meet those business owners. You have to talk. As you are
Yeah.
making the line, go there. If like Lagos, they will be connecting with themselves. And that's a very viable reason why you need to have connection of people in your industry because have if you talk to a founder like I have this thing, somebody will just link you up and you sell. And feel free to when you're selling, feel free to DM anybody. Once the highest, they will ignore you, right? So when you come up with your marketing strategy, make sure that you find a way to reach these businesses at their comfort zone and then convince them why they need that product. I believe you'll be good. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much, Kalisfa. You've said it all. Thank you so much. So quickly, our time is fast spent, like really, really fast spent. I never expected us to stay this long. Um, a big thanks to all our judges. So quickly, we'll have Dumvik now. Dumvik, you have just 5 7 minutes to present your idea. Yeah. So over to you now. You can mute your mic, share your screen, and present.
Good evening, everyone. I
Good evening.
guess I greetings to you all, Kalista, um, Adenike, the Tech Mom. Good evening, Tricia. So I represent Group One. I am a team member worked on a product, but unfortunately we cannot. I don't have access to the slides because the person that was working on the slide just had a phone system crashed this evening, so I don't know. So that's why we don't have access to the slides. And now I cannot even share my screen here because I cannot see. I'm on mobile, so I cannot even see where to share screen.
Yeah, you can go ahead to present your idea. Just tell us what you have, the problem and the solution you're solving.
Okay, so we we looked into the challenges product managers are having, the challenges they face on a daily basis in their job, and we wanted to like look at both the opportunities and the challenges, but we decided to like confine ourselves to the challenges only for now. So we focused on startups that hasn't much capacity, finances, resources, and other things they don't have. So the PM is in that scenario and it does almost everything. That is the PM wearing many hats in a startup. So, and it's overwhelming, we all know. It's quite overwhelming. So the PM has to like juggle too many things, from developer role to designer role to PM role to other roles, marketer and other, and etc. etc. So we looked at, we researched the market. We see that the PM cannot actually monitor everything, follow up everything, and ensure that things go well, playing all these roles. So we looked at tools like Jira, ClickUp, Trello, Asana, and we discovered that actually those tools are helpful, but again, they have their own shortcomings. So we came up with something, a platform that is called, we named it Opti Capacity. So that Opti Capacity is will be powered by AI, an AI called FlowCap. And the idea is that we will build that platform, and that platform will be one that will be able to like and help the PM to monitor everything real time. He may not need to necessarily go to the board or follow somebody, follow up everybody, go and update your task, move it from uh, undone to in progress, done, and all of that, and all of that. He doesn't need to do that, but the AI will like update everything, and everybody can go there and see what is done and what is not done. So the everyone will have access to the 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 board, the platform, and the PM though will be the one in charge though, but everybody have access, and it doesn't need to be there every now and then updating task, or updating the board. So that is what we looked at. We also looked at we discovered that all these other products that are in the market does not have such. So we thought that this one, powered by AI, will be able.
Hi, Dumvik. You have 2 minutes to go. Just see how to wrap up with 2 minutes. So I think we've lost Dumvik due to his network. Yeah, I think we lost him. So I don't know if judges got the idea he was trying to present, and if we have one or two to say about it, so that we can just wrap up from here. Yeah. I think we'll start with Miss Tracy, then Miss Calista. Yeah. Miss Tracy, if you have any word for Dumvik, he can go back on the recording, or when he join back in, he's going to see it. Right then, for our viewers who are um joining us right now, if you have any word for him, maybe based on one or two that he shared. Yeah. Miss Tracy, are you here? Okay, so let's have Callista. Yeah, Callista, I think you can wrap up for us. Thank you.
Okay, first off, I don't know why I do a great job. I don't know him to be someone that comes unprepared, so I will comment on that. What they have is not an excuse. No matter the medium you guys were using to prepare your slide, everyone should have had access to it, right? With just your mails, and when anything happens to one person's system, we will see it. And if you were not in the position where you would have presented, even if it was just a written document, someone else would have shared their screen while you present what you guys have. So this, these little things, you might look at it as if it's nothing, but they form working ethics unknowingly. So please, especially in this product management field, you just need to try 80% of the time to come correct, right? So that will be my comment on that. So for the idea he was trying to say, I don't really have a clear visual presentation, but what I got is they want to use AI to have real-time work updates on what is happening um, with PMs, so maybe each department, engineers and other. What makes that different? Click up to the Ask AI where you input your task and you can have your real-time updates, right? So except there were other ideas, maybe they would have had extensive document or maybe workflows on that tool, right? Real-time sounds good, but then again, if it's just to present, for tasks, just to lodging in tasks, it doesn't solve any new problem because workflow is an issue for product teams. I'm not going to lie to you. Workflow is really an issue for product teams. So whatever you're doing to tackle it, make sure it comes different from what we have. So if you were here, I would have loved him to explain, but since he's not here, so let's just take it. That's what I got actually, except there's something different. So that we're going to use AI to get real-time updates on the task they are working on and know what's happening. While that sounds good, you guys can go have like extensive research and know unique features to bring into that actual product to refine it to actually make it stand out and for people to willing to jump on it. So that's all I would say.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you. So, while we wrap up, we're wrapping up now, right? Thank you, Miss Calista. Thank you, Miss Tracy. It was an honor to have you here and to have you contribute to all that the ideas they had to share. So, from the audience, we have product managers, we have aspiring, we have entry level. Are there any words, maybe advice on their journey, just a final words you have to share with them, or maybe any future person that might come across this live session, any final words for an existing PM, an entry level PM, and an aspiring one. Yeah, we can wrap up with that. Miss Tracy, are you back? Do we have you in the room now? Maybe you can go. Then we have Miss Calista to wrap up for us. Okay, all right. So she just sent me a message. All right, so let's have Miss Calista. Yeah, to wrap up for us. Thank you.
Okay. Basically, what I would just say is that product management can be sometimes it's a very sweet and fulfilling career for me. I don't know for any other person. When I all my years that I spent in audit and finance, I'm not having so much fun the way I'm having the product. I must tell you that. So it can be fun, it can be fulfilling. It makes a lot of sense when you see yourself bringing things to life, achieving it, and you see people actually using it. But I must warn you about the other part. It can sometimes come with challenges that will drain you. Sometimes you just be lost in the middle of nowhere. Oh, why is everybody? It's a career that nobody ever says thank you. But when it comes to the blame, you're majorly the person everybody points at, right? You barely get that thank you. And that's why I'm so grateful for my recent company, because they always thank you. No, we love what you do. I was like, hey, it's the first comment this will be happening. Someone actually showing your appreciation, and mostly openly. I want to thank Kalista. I say, oh, this feels good. That this is the first time this will be happening. So don't expect that if your product starts succeeding or start going well, you will not be the next thing best after jollof rice, or the next best thing after jollof. Let me tell you, that's the period you need to double your whatever you're doing, because at that moment, anything that goes wrong, the expectations they have for you is already high. So, like, why would that happen? Because we expect better from you. So it's not a career that I've joined. I did one boot camp. I went to one school and I relaxed. Just have to keep studying. And studying does not mean you should do all the courses you see. By studying, both are quantitative and quantitative, as you're taking courses of grading, taking certifications, please connect with people from different companies, right? You cannot actually do it alone. Don't come in the room and say you want to be the champion of all the ideas. Sometimes just sit in the room and be watching your engineers and your stakeholders argue with themselves. Doesn't make you weak. You're getting the best insights you need from those that just sometimes just be watching until then ask that at the point when maybe when it's getting heated, you cannot come in with everything you've gathered. So it's not something I want to come and be the champion. I want all the ideas to come from me. It's a lie. You can get the best ideas from even just a customer success person in the team when you give everybody the leverage to talk. So it's a career that requires a lot. You have to keep studying. You have to keep talking to people. You have to keep researching. You research, like, I'm not telling you what I'm not doing. This is what I'm doing. Like, I came down to Lagos this week for, we have a 2026 strategic meeting. Some of our colleagues came from America, everywhere. We were in this boardroom for like 2 days, and they like gave a task, everybody go prepare your, they gave, and the next thing they're saying, submit it tomorrow. I was like, hey, something people prepare for 2 weeks. Why I have to submit it tomorrow? I thought it's a joke. The next morning I got a mail. I knew that even using AI will not give me what I want. You will not believe what I did. I called a product manager in one of the top companies. Please, I beg in the name of God, do you have a template your company uses for this? I know you can trust me. Within 5 minutes, this person sent me the template. I edited, put what I wanted, and submit. That was how I was able to meet up with the time. So imagine that you want to be alone now. Maybe you're feeling too big, or maybe you don't want to, talk with other people. Do you understand? You just be killing yourself with stress. So it's something that it's not a role for a quiet person. I think I wrote something like that a few weeks ago. It's not a role for a quiet person. So you just need to tell yourself, be good at your job, research, study. It's not taking anything to study, because I'm telling you, the more you grow, the more your finances changes. That is just a simple, honest truth I will tell you. Don't look at where you started. If I tell people now that when I moved from audit to product management, I started with 50K, they'll be laughing and say, no, how can you be earning almost 400K in audit? I say, yes, I did it. I did it. But comfortably, you can take 7 figures or more home right now, and you won't even remember the days of the 50K. So it's not something, oh, I'm coming from this field, that can I come? Just, I don't know how to say it, but just see it as a journey and have a target, a trajectory for your career. Like, when you're coming, in how many weeks, how many months, be very strategic when you're placing yourself where you want to be and all that. It's just
Yeah.
something that requires you knowing how to put things in order. Just, it's a role that you want to always, it's automatically a leadership role. When I always listen to Lenny's newsletter, yeah, that's another thing that will help you. I listen to all these newsletter from product managers from YouTube, product managers from Google. Go to YouTube, you'll see their newsletter. Most times when I'm working, I just put it in my ears and I'm learning one or two. Okay, is this what's happening in the industry now? Because you have to move. As people are, if you don't move, you'll be left behind. So it requires a lot to just
Exactly.
top of your game. So Just understand that it's not something that, oh, maybe once you hit that 2 million naira job you relax. That's when more is expected from you. So it's just a journey. And please feel free to reach out to anybody ever that you feel will be of help to you. There's nothing that will happen. They may not answer you, you move over to another person. Please don't even waste a second, making feeling inferior or something. Nobody's the people are not that great the way you're thinking. It's just the
Yeah.
execution that makes them that great. So that's all I have to say.
Wow, wow, wow. Thank you so much, Kalista. Thank you so much. I believe our viewers have gotten a whole lot of gems. I can even see from the comment section them saying thank you. Thank you so much for all the insights. Miss Tracy is having issues on muting because of network. I don't know if she can now. Miss Tracy, is it possible now? I don't know if she can now. She was having issues on muting due to network constraints. Yeah. So okay. We okay. I think Mistress is still having Mistress is still having issues. Right. She's still having issues. Um
I think Blessing is having network issues. I don't know if anybody can hear me. So let me text her if we can just call it a night because I think we are done here.
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay, she's back.
Apologies for that. So my goodness, Nigeria. Nigeria can just put your hand like this. So thank you so much, Miss Kalista. Thank you so much, Miss Tracy. Miss Adenike had network glitches, so she could not join back. Thank you to our presenters, Mercy, Dumvi. Dumvi came unprepared. Okay, no wala. So thank you, everyone. Thank you to the team members also who put their head together to ensure that they come up with something, right? I believe all the feedback you've gotten, you're going to improve on them, you're going to work on them. Uh, yeah, to all our viewers, to anyone who will come across this video, you can learn one or two problems that product managers are facing today, and you can get all the insights that you can work with all the insight that our judges have shared, right? So as a product manager, understand that learning never ends, right? You saw the live testimony that Calista shared with us, right? You have to be up to date with what's in vogue. Networking is like it should be your bread and tea, right? Network with as many people that you can, because you never know when you need it. Trust me, you never know, right? Look at that last minute need that she had, right? If she never had a friend like that she can reach out to, it would be a problem, right? So network as much as you can, right? Keep learning. Learning is your best friend, right? Keep learning. So with this, we have come to the end of our presentation for 2025. we look forward to the first quarter of 2026. So thank you everyone for joining. Have a good night's rest. Once again, this is the Global PM community. Is a close community for alumni, right? Where they can keep learning and keep growing. So we bring judges from time to time to look at how we are growing and yeah, how they can share insights from their experience as well to help us grow. So thank you once again, everyone. To our judges, you are the best. Thank you so much. Yeah,
Hi, can you
let's
guys
see
finally
us on
hear
me.
me? Okay.
So the
Sorry,
strategy, give
Nigerians
us
have a
one
very
or two.
wonderful. Okay,
Give us
so
one or two.
one last gem is the product management. The theory of product management is very very different from the practical aspect of product management. All this PRD you're writing that is beautifully crafted and all. When you start working on a team with stakeholders, the UID, that your eyes of understanding will now open like when Eve ate the apple. You'll see different perspectives that there's the managing of people aspect, there's the managing of product aspect, there's the timeline aspect, there's the I thought I estimated this framework to be XYZ amount of time to deliver the future. And then you realize there's the technical depth part of it, there's the incompetence part of it, or a dev that could not deliver on time part of it. So these are the things you need to open your mind to. Okay. And then also when you join a new team, you find yourself in a new team. First thing you need to do is to open your mind, okay, to learn their system, learn their processes, learn how they do things there before you now sit down. After absorbing all those things, you now create and understand the process and the product, and then flow in. Of course, in Nigerian system, onboarding is very wonderful. They can bring you as a PM on the product today, and the next 2 days they're expecting that you start running with it. Okay,
You
so
start
also
working. Yeah.
it's not, yeah, so also be open minded to um exploring different aspects. So you could say you want to, everybody is stuck on I want to be a fintech. Everybody's stuck on the fintech aspect of product management. But there's the agri tech, there's the health tech, there's the people tech, there's the commerce tech, there's e-commerce, there's logistics, there's even engineering aspect of product management. And those parts they are not really loud, but they pay much and it's really unexplored. Everybody's focusing on the fintech solutions, I want to work for Meta, Google, Paystack, InterSwitch, MoneyPoint, blah blah blah. Okay, look at Miss Blessing now. She works with Mainstar. Who would have, say, oh, okay, there's money or there's this aspect of it that can produce, beautiful products to the people that can solve people's problems.
Yeah.
So don't just limit yourself to a particular company. Explore your interests too. Look at products across different industries. Okay, watch this product and then try to divulge the product, tear it apart personally, and then find out problems within that space that you feel you could solve. And then look for companies within that niche and apply. See, let me tell you the truth is that if you don't apply for product management jobs, okay, you're hoping maybe you apply one or two that you see on LinkedIn or all. The competition in permanent state is very, very high, okay, which means that you need to put in your best foot. That means you should not do, if you are looking at I can tell you how many rejection emails I get. Sometimes, like yesterday, I received another one. Day before yesterday, I saw another one. But for you to consistency there, and sometimes you have to go beyond um just looking waiting for a job position to open. You have to also go into looking for those positions in the people's DM. So those are my last gems to you. Thank you so much for having me on your platform and for having me be the judge of today's session. You guys did wonderfully well. Then for the last set that could not present, I'm wondering what you mean by laptop crash. There's Google online Word document. There's
Google presentation, there's Google Word. So you mean that all of you in the group does not have access to your presentation because one person laptop crashed and you're a product manager. We need to find you very well. We need to find you very well for that. All
We
right.
will
Thank you so much.
fine. Thank you so much, Miss Tracy. A whole lot of gems. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, Miss Calista. We are really happy for all that you've dropped for us today. And we'll go back and work with them. Yeah. So with this, we have come to the end of our presentation today. See you all in 2026. Thank you once again to our judges. Sincerely, personally, I am super happy that you turned up to like impact on aspiring entry level product managers who are eager to grow, right? Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you. God bless you. See you. Bye. Good night,
Thank
everyone.
you. Bye.
Bye.